Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and I'm here to recap Batwoman Episode 3. That's right, I've done 3 of these things. Well, today, this last episode, Sunday night, I'm a little late, sorry. It's not my top choice to watch of all the things I got to do, but I committed. I'm going to try and do a couple more, at least. But this one was a big episode because it finally, debuted Batwoman. She finally donned the outfit, explained it. We're going to get to that. The other thing that they did is they borrowed their first real comic plot from another source material. They did Hush. They introduced Tommy Elliott early on, who, if you remember that comic, they sort of used that as the through line through this episode. So that was Hush and the Batwoman reveal. So I'm going to review both of those and get into it. But before I begin any of that, I'm going to show 2 clips. Hopefully I don't get dinged for showing you 2 clips. But I want to show you this first clip just to show you how bad Ruby Rose is. And look, and I've said it before, I don't have a problem with her as a person. I've seen her in other things. But in this show, it's tough. It's getting a little tough sometimes. But watch this. Watch this scene. This is a scene with her twin, Alice, who's like the bad guy, but they're sisters.
Show me you can stop killing people. Last 24 hours, and I'll reassess.
Someone weird with their mouth?
I lost my pocket watch.
And I lost my sister, Beth. Remember her? Yeah,
God.
I would like her back.
You
like
are going to be
gonna be
very
really
annoying, aren't you?
Very.
She's gonna be very annoying. I can just tell, and truer words could not have been more spoken. But this sort of delivery of hers, it's just flat. It just doesn't have any emotion. It just sort of weirdly just sits there, and I don't get the appeal. I'm sorry. She's not tough enough for me. And it shows throughout the most of the episodes. It's just very soap acting. And I just want someone a little cooler and just gravitas and just kick ass. And yeah, she can kick ass, I guess, when she's in the suit and she's tough. But I don't know. There's just something missing. And you guys figured out, what is it? What is it that's missing about Ruby Rose as Batwoman? I can't put my finger on it yet, but I'll figure it out as I do the show. Anyway, that's sort of the main part of the show is the sisters. They're long lost sisters. If you've watched the past episodes, it's just a stupid plot line. They were separated during a car crash that Batman saved, but clearly there's more to it. And now she's been missing for like 20 years or whatever it is. And during that time, we're supposed to believe she's been raised by a Ra's al Ghul type or someone that has made her crazy and turned her into an Alice in Wonderland person because they stopped looking for her, even though they never did stop looking for her. The whole thing just doesn't make any sense. And I'm sure at some point they'll have some reveals that make sense. There was some puppeteer behind the scenes doing it all. It doesn't matter who was behind the scenes. It makes no sense. Brainwashed her, did telekinesis, whatever the hell the dumb justification is going to be. It just doesn't make sense. But it's sort of trying to create this interesting dynamic of sisters, so it's sort of a Joker Batman where they're not going to kill each other because they're related. And that becomes the big through line through the show. So that performance is just annoying me. So anyway, after that, we get to meet Tommy Elliott. There's a scene here where they're sort of showing this a lot of flashbacks too. But they're showing Tommy Elliott here on the cameras. Here it is. Sorry, it's supposed to be right there. And he's talking about how he's like he created this safe community for everybody in Gotham, and someone of course breaks in, and then blood. I was on the screen. They talk about this guy Tommy Elliott, if you've read the comics, he's the main bad guy in Hush. Hush, the comic, he's like Bruce Wayne's old school friend, grows up and sort of other version of Bruce where he wants to get his parents' fortune and tries to kill his parents, but then Bruce Wayne is a surgeon and saves his mom. So then Tommy Elliott grows up to hate Batman even more and blames him for then having to like take care of his sick mother and get all pissed about it. It's a very weird plot. But anyway, that's Hush. And so they, as I'm talking, I'm queuing up the Tommy Elliott moment. They introduce him as sort of this guy in Gotham who is very rich. And I can't get it without the blood splatter, but there he was. So it's complicated. Anyway, Tommy Elliott's in this. He's from Hush. That's all I'm trying to get at. And then as we move on later, he seemingly knows who Batman is because now that Batman's shown up, he clearly comes to Kate and says like, "Hey, here's the scene. If Batman's in town, hey, where's Bruce? Bruce must be back because remember Bruce has been gone for so long." And he's like, "I've been waiting to see Bruce because I got all these issues." And then she's like, "Didn't he save your mom?" And he reveals the plot of, "Well, yeah, I had to force feed that terrible person, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, it just shows again this whole show and the whole Batman problem. That's every Batman. How does no one not know it's Bruce Wayne? He's gone for 3 years. Bruce Wayne and Batman are gone for 3 years. Wayne Manor seems to have all this stuff. Wayne Enterprises, they're calling it. How does no one figure this out? It's just stupid. And then, of course, she turns Batwoman against him at the end? How the hell does he not figure out that she's Batwoman? It's like, what other girl would know that to come and say, the whole thing's just so, it's too much disbelief. It's like back in the comics when Clark Kent just took his glasses off and you're like, oh, how would the world's best reporter not notice that her co-worker literally is Superman with glasses on? It's too much of that in these shows. Sometimes I'm just seeing it so often that I'm like, no one really cares. They're just doing it. And then we have to sort of just, oh yeah, well the comics got away with it, so we'll do it. It gets at certain points, it gets too much. Anyway, in this plot, they do the Hush Tommy Morrison sort of cheapen it a little bit. It's just very much smaller. He's this sort of one-note villain. I'm sure maybe he'll come back later, but he has a rail gun. Someone takes Wayne Enterprises. Someone like breaks into Wayne Enterprises, and they have this scene where all these cops are there in Wayne's tech vault. And it's so stupid because all these cops, including Kate Kane, shows up, and Luke Fox, the son of Lucius Fox, they're all in this room, like taking notes for like, yeah, well, Bruce is missing this, and what else could Bruce be missing? And it's all of Batman's weapons. They're like literally all sprawled out. Like, why would Bruce Wayne have all of these weird tech weapons that clearly Batman uses? And then no cop's like, wait a second. Well, wait a second. Well, it's just so stupid. As they say in UHF, it's so stupid. It made me frustrated. It was this written scene, like, it makes no sense. So anyway, the vault's breaking into, and someone takes a rail gun. And then we learn through Luke that Batman made that and put it in a secret location in case anybody took over the suit. There would be a way to take that person out because it pierces through Batman's armor suit, and it's the only thing powerful enough to do it. So now there's like a, armor-piercing, Batman-killing weapon on the streets, and they got to figure out, well, who is it? And now that Alice, the big bad, clearly doesn't want to kill her, and Alice knows that Batwoman is Kate, her sister, Kate figures out it must be Tommy. Duh, who else knew? He came in and asked where Bruce is now that Batman's here. Duh. It's just very like the most mystery ever. So all that sort of was just dumb, generic Arrowverse stuff that was very predictable and stupid. There was a couple good moments in she has a stepsister, I forget all the characters, and then there's the Sophie, her love interest, who now is pretending to not be a lesbian and is married to some dude, and Sophie's clearly jealous, and now like Sophie's works for the Crows, which is a security group that run by Batwoman's dad. And there's like a little love triangle there that's actually interesting. And there's a scene in an elevator where the stepsister's like stuck between the husband shows up and then the girls. There's some like, okay, there's some interesting at least relationship drama that is different for a show and this type of show. Something engaging to watch. I like that a little bit. And there's a scene where Luke gives Batwoman this sort of pep talk. You're stronger than that. Don't worry about what people worry if you're going to let Batman down. You can do it. And she's all sad. I can't. I'm going to let the whole city down. I'm not Batman. There's all this doubt in her that's sort of annoying. It's like, all right, okay, well then fine. Why is Batman even mentioned? This is a show about Batman. Everybody loves Batman. Gotham can't wait to see Batman. Everybody's talking about Batman. Luke's talking about Batman. All the weapons are about Batman. And she's not Batman. She says it over and over again. Oh my God, stop talking about Batman and be Batwoman. For Christ's sake already. Get to it. Get to it and stop talking about Batman. Be your own character and just stop doing it. So it's like annoying. Finally, this episode's it. So I'm hoping, and I want to watch a few more, sort of see, do they get over this hump of her like, I'm not Batman. Duh, you're not Batman. Like, okay, get over this dumb origin for 3 hours already and get to being Batwoman. Let's see if you're interesting. Because I can't tell you because all you're doing is complaining about being Batman. Ugh. Anyway, she goes into this party thrown by Tommy, and there she meets her new love interest, this girl, Reagan. And there's like a nice flirty scene with her and the girl. And okay, so lesbian, open relationship, love it. I have no problem with it. They do it in a nice, cool way. And Reagan, the bartender, looks like a cool, forward character who's like just can read people, and I liked that actually. It's the first time. And then Ruby Rose like acted well in that scene. Ruby Rose is fine as Kate. She's better at Kate at times than at like sort of Batman and, around people who know she's Batman. That's when she sort of loses it for me. And then Tommy's like sort of like when the villain of your story becomes the hero of your city, blah, blah, blah. He just wants to kill him because he's jealous. It's just a generic jealous story. And then She does a whole point of like why she's not Batman again since she's writing her journal to Batman, which is an annoying plot device. Now that she's Batwoman, I hope they throw that away because they don't need to justify it anymore. It's an annoying, cheap, lazy writing trick. But she does like a, since you're not here, Bruce, I need to be honest with the city, but I need to be honest with me. I'm not you. I'm me. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, we get it. We get it. We get it. You're you. Okay, then be you and make a new suit. It's clearly what we're leading to. And then at the very end, there's a point where she becomes Batwoman. I think do I have that scene queued up here? Sort of. Yes. Let's watch a little bit of this scene before she gets sort of the pep talk.
You said if anything was going to get Bruce's attention, it'd be this. I need you to be real with me.
Like, look, every scene
think he's coming back?
reads the same way, no?
Luke.
He's finally opening up. Bruce isn't coming back. We don't know why. That's
Chime
all.
wants Batman. The city needs Batman.
The city needs Batman.
And I'm not Batman.
I'm not Batman.
But maybe I'm better. Because I'm here.
Because I'm here. Good performance there, right?
How long is that going to take to fix?
How long is that going to take to fix? Since I'm here, I'm better. I'm a better Batman.
You.
Here we go.
I'm me.
I'm not. So this is it. This is the reveal. So they spray paint.
And send a message to anyone
Wait,
else.
hold on. We got to give this to you right.
Since you're not here,
This is the. Yeah.
it looks like I'm going to have to kick his ass on your behalf.
Yes. On his behalf. Still can't be his own. It's all for Batman. This whole show, her whole character,
Send a message to anyone else who'd come after you.
every Batman villain that comes after
But
you.
to do that, I need to be honest with the city. That I'm not you.
No, duh.
I'm me.
Oh God, it's just too much. It's like get over yourself and be the character. I'm not into this. So anyways, she shows up, has this showdown with Tommy on the roof with the rail gun. Blah blah blah. They have a fight, and then this is funny.
Red wig. I'm the crazy one.
Bum bum bump. So Alice, of course, comes and ends up having to save her because she ends up screwing up her first time as Batman. And I just love Alice. Good on the creators to do a red wig, and I'm the crazy one. It just looks silly. I know it's in the comics. I get it. Look, this doesn't seem like it's conducive to battle. That's why it's annoying me. It just seems like flourish of like woo, and then it's like more feminine, and it's like, well, can a female be tough without the wig flourish? And sure, she can do whatever she wants, but she's there to like fly around in suits and use tools and like be quick and like I don't care, dudes with long hair, woman with long hair, whatever. Put it in a ponytail at least, so it's like out of your face, so you can like have peripheral vision and not have to do this the whole time. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that, why would you go to war as a soldier with the helmet out and then your hair fully down? As a dude or as a woman, as anybody, would you do that? No, you wouldn't do that. It makes no sense. You put your hair back, or you cut the hair, you keep it on your face. Now, I guess cavemen didn't even know better before, whatever. But my point is, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that to battle? And it just looks, for that reason alone, it just looks kind of silly to me. So that's what it was. And then at the very end, we get this sort of silly sort of reveal. Finally, the world knows that it's not Batman.
Sexier.
And Vesper Jones, played by Rachel Maddow,
It's worth it.
sort of finally.
Hey, Gotham. Someone just dropped a bombshell on this city, and I mean that literally.
She
the
means that.
Bat is back. Just curvier and sexier.
Curvier?
So the big question,
She's not
what are we
curvier.
calling her? Bat lady? Bat chick? Talk to me, Gotham. We need a name.
Batwoman.
Oh, yeah. There she is. All right. Finally, Batwoman is here. It took 3 episodes. Oh, hallelujah. Now, what's going to happen? I'm very curious for episode 4 because we'll finally have Batwoman here. It took 3 episodes to get us there. All of it was sort of unnecessary. A lot of just dumb soap stuff to get through the emotions and feel like a Greg Berlanti show. But now we are finally going to meet Batwoman next week. Are you sticking with it? Apparently, a lot of people aren't. The ratings for this show, let's look at it real quick before I wrap up. They shed more viewers, but they keep their key demo. That's sort of the standard people. The 18-19 demographic was steady from episode 2 to episode 3, but it shed another 300,000 total viewers from week to week. So it's boom, 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 boom. It's not growing, it's shrinking, and then keeping that sort of steady thing they expected. So not a great sign for them. I don't know what that's compared to the other CW shows, but there you go. Not a huge hit, but it's doing okay according to the levels off. I guess that's the language for it. But anyway, long story short of it, Batwoman is finally in. Now we'll know what happens, and I'm curious if they're going to just keep borrowing other Batman storylines. And then there was a line in it where Tommy talks about this, and that's in Hush. How did you figure out Bruce Wayne was Batman? Well, I paid a man to riddle me the answer. So they're clearly alluding that there's other rogues gallery Batman villains out there in Gotham. And clearly some of them are going to want to come forward if they think Batman's back. But what's so weird is we don't hear about these people in the world. The Crows are doing stuff, and it's Alice. Alice is now the only person who's out there doing stuff. Meanwhile, we're in Gotham City, the most biggest crime thing in the world, and it's not like you'd think by now there'd be some other like fun Easter eggs of like, all right, we'll go get the Penguin while we go do this. Like you'd think would happen. Even the Flash, I feel like, has multiple things happen at once sometimes. In Gotham City, of all places, it'd be crime all the time, and the Crows literally are only focused on Alice and her Wonderland gang. It's kind of stupid. So overall, I think a lot of people who watch these types of shows, they're getting into it. They're fine. I get it. I could easily just fall into this and just be like, sure, it's fine. I could. But I watch a lot of these shows, and I have a shorter attention span now. It's like it's too much to do in life. I'd rather be outside, take a walk, read a book, or watch a movie, other stuff. And I'm getting more picky with what I do. But now I'm curious, just for the sake of doing this with you guys, curious where this goes. And I think a lot of other people are too. And a lot of people are sort of finding it, seeing if it finds itself. And we'll see. I'll watch another one, see where we go after episode 4. Stay with me. Thank you so much. Have you been watching it? Is it more fun to watch me go off on my hinges watching it? Tell me down in the comments below. As always, hit me up on social media. Tell me if you want to do more of these. And I'll be back with more next week. Thanks so much for watching. We'll have another video club this Thursday night. We're watching T3 Rise of the Machines. Every Thursday, a new movie. So join us live 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Gotham City. I'm Vesper Jones, and I'm the curvier YouTube personality for you.